So today I wanted to talk about the Mega Charizard X UPC, but first we have got the brand new news now of the Mega Dream set is fully out. We've got the whole kind of main set, which is going to be featuring a lot of the year's cards gone by, which is no difference if you've ever been with a high class set. We get one every year, and it kind of is that little catch up for everybody to be able to get some of these cards. So in terms of news, what we did get a Psyduck yesterday, which I don't know, I'm pretty sure we saw. Mega Zorora was confirmed as well. Looks outrageously nice. Some cards in that will be impeccable. So I'm hoping we do get some very, very nice cards going forward. We've got the Unova Heavy Hitters Premium box. So another collection box that is going to be coming out. Coming in with some black and white packs. We've got Victini, Zekrom. We've got the Jumbo Kyurem as well. And then also some White Flare as the promo cards as well. So some extra boxes that we can kind of see for that black and white set. We also then got the Ascended Heroes, as we know from yesterday, I believe, no, day before. We got the kind of announcement of the next Mega Evolution set, which I believe is going to be the 30th of January. The first set in 2026, over 290 cards, 30 trainers, 30 Mega Evolutions. We're going to get 6 Terra Pokemon and 20 EXs, 33 illustration rares, 14 ultra rare Mega Evolution Pokemon, EX and trainers, 7 Mega Attack rare Pokemon, we'll go over them, 22 special illustration rare Mega Evolution, Pokemon EX, and supporter cards. So pretty big set to start off the year. We are going to see multiple packs with loads of different extra kind of accessories as we do go down. We've got a zoom in of that one. We then start off with Charmander and also our boy Gengar. So they're going to be the starting ones on the 30th of January. We then get the Ascended Heroes Elite Trainer box. I think the box looks absolutely magnificent, obviously. That's going to be available from 20th of February, including 9 Ascended Hero booster packs, 1 illustration rare style promo, which is going to be En's Zekrom, which I think is fantastic. That's obviously going to go well with En's Reshiram as well. Kind of the whole box in here, pretty nice and colourful as we do go. We then get the, or is that the Pokemon Center one? The Ascended Heroes, and then we got the Pokemon Center. Okay, yeah, we also get the Pokemon Center one, which is basically everything the same, just with a stamp on this one. So pretty standard across. We then, on the same day, on the 20th, we get Mini-Tins as well, coming in with Pikachu, Tepig, Riolu, the whole standard list there. This is where we get the attack style Pokemon, so these are what are going to be in the actual kind of set as well. We have obviously Lucario and Gardevoir coming in, and apparently with a fair whack of sets, to be honest. We got a premium poster collection, but it is going to feature 8 packs of Ascended Heroes, so that's going to be absolutely massive, coming out on 20th of March. It's going to, oh no, in fact it's going to be, yeah, 10 booster packs. We're then going to get the promo card and a full side poster, which is going to be both sides. And finally, the 24th of April, we will get the Ascended Heroes booster box, or booster bundle. As you can see, Lucario, Charizard Y, Dragonite, we've got the Terra Pikachu, Mewtwo, Ho-Oh as well, and a lot of the cards are going to be featured in the Mega Dream, and also the 100 battle deck that is coming out for Mega Dream. So as you can see, we've obviously got the Charizard Y that is leaked already, so that's going to be interesting for an SAR. Entei's got it, En's Vanillux, and the beautiful Mega Gengar EX, which is obviously the SAR. These are the 2 sets that it's hopefully going to be pulled from, so it will be very, very interesting to see as we do go through it. But as we quickly go through everything else, we have had the full main set revealed now, which is always going to be incredible. Going to just slightly run past it quickly because we do have the new cards at the bottom. But as you'll see, like Pincers obviously coming in from Destined Rivals. You'll see a lot of the same, like obviously the Masquerade or the Ogerpons coming in. We do have like the Mega Frostlass coming in there. We then have the Pikachu, which is obviously from Surgeon. We have Electros that is coming in brand new. All of the Megas are brand new, obviously, but when it looks at like the Mewtwo, that's obviously a Destined Rivals as well. Gardevoir is more than likely from the Mega Evolution. And then as we do go forward, we've obviously got a few of the Journey Together in there. Mega Hawlucha coming in as an EX. But obviously with the Mega Dream, it is going to be 10 cards per pack. Mega Scraggy. Mega... Which one is it? It's Shift... Why can't I think of that? You've got Scraggy and something. You'll let me know in the comments. I can't remember what the other one is. That's awful. That's terrible. But in general, you've got a lot of kind of the same cards coming in. We do have the Mega Dragonite as well. But like I was saying, we do have Ray Ray as well. We will get 10 Pokemon cards per pack, and they are, one of them guaranteed to be an EX in Japanese. But obviously in English, we're not necessarily getting anything like that. And there is extra stuff as we do go further down. That is going to be the full main set, which is absolutely massive for a Japanese set. It's not uncommon with obviously a high class set, so that is pretty standard across the board. Some of these, obviously, if you go to Pokebeach, you'll be able to see these are the new cards that we're seeing in there. The beautiful Entei. The Numel looks absolutely stunning, like a great artwork for it. And as we go forward, you'll be able to see quite a lot of the new cards as well as then the old. So that's all fantastic in general. Like I'm always a big fan of how they kind of do this, and especially the high class sets. It is a set that everybody likes because A, there's God packs, which is always incredible, but then B, it is just a fun set to open. Getting an EX in each one. Yes, the packs come in a little bit more expensive than your bulk standard Japanese, but they do give you the heat with it. So if we was to just zoom all the way down here, because we have got a few of the extras here, apparently in the Japanese set we are getting different reverse holos. So there is going to be multiple different Pokeballs that you can get, energy symbols, and any of the rocket sets can have the R on it. Now I don't know if every single one has the R, or it is going to be that some of them get the R, some of them get a Pokeball. That's kind of all we know at the moment. We then have a few of the special cards. Obviously, Psyduck's going to be one, and Zekrom is going to be in the set. It's obviously going to be a promo in English. We then have Cynthia's Spiritomb. Brilliant. We then have Dreepy. Love it. Dracloak. Is that... I can't remember if that's... Is that the second evolution or third? I don't know. I can't remember, to be honest. That line, I always forget the middle one. But these are the attack style Pokemon. So if you've not seen him previously, in X and Y, they had that the Japanese writing was kind of branded across the middle instead of English on the Japanese... No. So on the English, I'm terrible today. On the English cards, it was a Japanese writing, and on the Japanese cards, it's English writing. I actually prefer the Japanese writing, so this is unfortunately one of them ones for Japanese is their languages looks too much better on the card. So obviously to anybody that's Japanese that doesn't speak English, it might look a little bit more kind of fun to see because it's not your language. I feel like that's why I really like the Japanese on it. It's just an interesting thing rather than just seeing words that I know. It's kind of one of them. But you've obviously got Mega Symphonia, Mega Brave, and Inferno X, which is really cool. So hopefully we do see them going forward because that'd be a really cool page to get like the 9 sets of Mega Evolution era on a page, or even if it goes to 12 or 16, to get that full page would be outrageous. We do have Grimmsnarl, and then that is going to be the pack that we do see. So that is all the news I believe we've got right now. We've got Pokemon Center accessories, we've gone over them, new trainers to get trainer Pokemon cards. That's a really cool sleeve actually. Oh, now we can reveal that we're also now getting trainers owned trainers Pokemon cards. Lara's Kamala, Erica's Tangela will be 2 promos in our English Ascended Heroes. That's really cool. So they're extra ones going in. So like how we have Lilius Clefairy, Hop Snorlax, we'll have Erica back, and we do get ourselves Larry. I'm all for it. I'm absolutely all for it. That would be really cool. Like obviously we've had Misty back. Have we had Brock recently? No, we've not had Brock since the Gym Heroes. But in general, really cool. Really like that. Now, on to the main attraction for today. We are obviously looking at the UPC. Now, in terms of the Mega Charizard, this is just a hot product right now. It is absolutely nuts with what you can get. Obviously, you can kind of see the MSRP with it is 125 in English. Naturally, this is kind of what you're looking at to get. So it isn't all Phantasmal or Mega Evolution packs. It is coming in with, by the looks of it, 2 Surgeon Sparks, 4 Journey Together, 4 Destined Rivals. Will get 4... Oh, so it's 4 of everything, bar from the Surgeon Sparks. That's a bit of a shame. 4 Mega Evolutions and 4 Phantasmals. We'll also get the Fighting Style Charizard in this. We get the Playmat, which is outrageous. We also, again, then the deck box, some dice, a coin, and obviously the sleeves. So it's a pretty hot topic product. The question is now, though, with obviously the fact that it is different packs, I feel like this would have done really well if it was just the Mega Evolutions Phantasmal at times. But that being said, I think these packs specifically are on the down. If we did see, and I know you're never going to see it, like a Prismatic and a Black and White in here as well, they are special sets, so they don't really go over to the others. So it kind of makes sense in my opinion. I just think with Journey Together in here, it definitely is a bit of a lower one. Destined Rivals is still most definitely up there with the fact that we do have the Mewtwo still coming in at a pretty decent price. And obviously Phantasmal's brand new, so even if this came in with quite literally all Phantasmal, I think that would have slightly been better for the pricing of it. But naturally, we are seeing a bit of a downturn at the moment, but its price was way above on pre-sale. Like, it's only just come out. It was quite literally up at $3.90. You just don't spend that on that. Even at the start, I don't think it's worth it, because not necessarily that they will become stockable again, but the fact that you could go get one if you waited in line, you possibly could have got one, and then tried to sell it for 400 is you definitely need to wait. You look at any of the UPCs, they are most definitely not worth a 400 out the gate, and we'll kind of go over a couple. But that being said, it is going to be one that will rise quite well. If I was looking at other UPCs that you can see on here, there is most definitely a list for them. So if you go into here, you'll be able to see. We want sealed products, and then you want, I mean, I suppose if we just take this out, it should give us, hopefully, if we go, so we go Pokemon, and then we want sealed product. I don't think, can we go, it won't tell me the condition, printing, no, so it doesn't actually give me the type. But if you obviously go from high to low, you'll be able to see quite a lot of the UPCs that come up. Again, if you just kind of go ahead and Google them, you might be able to see them easier. So kind of looking at some of the kind of older ones, obviously we've got the Charizard one that's sold out. This is the Pokemon site. We have 151, we have the Sword and Shield premium one, and then we do have the Celebrations. So utilizing that knowledge, you can obviously then go ahead and basically search for that instead. It's not too difficult to find really. But from here, if we go 151 UPC, apparently doesn't work either. So if we go, so let's type it out, Ultra Premium Collection box. There we go. So that's a little bit easier. So obviously from here we can obviously see which one. So don't get confused with a case versus just one of them. So for instance, we have got the 151, which most definitely was an interesting one, and you knew full well that that price was always going to go up. You can kind of see even then, it'd been out for a little bit by then, and then it started to hit the hype, and obviously it has just kind of flown up from there. The 151 is specifically just for 151 as well, whereas what you kind of want to really look at is away from the Prismatic, you want to kind of look at the Sword and Shield more than anything, because it didn't have specific set packs, and like anything, it can go down. I think this is the bubble that you need to remember, that products can go up and down. Like you probably see it, and yet yes, most stuff at the moment in terms of sealed is up compared to MSRP. That is not the debate here. It's the fact that you can go all the way up to 440, give or take, and we're now back down at 395. So it is an up and down slope, and this has been out for years. The kind of want of this product and why people don't really hold many UPCs as much, unless it is a 151, a Prismatic, is because it does rely on multiple sets. We obviously have already seen there is multiple sets here that really need to do well, otherwise it jeopardizes it. For instance, if Destined Rivals soars, Surgeon Sparks in the future absolutely goes to the moon, but Journey Together hits an all-time low, Mega Evolutions does, and Phantasmal Flames goes up in flames, it becomes less of a want product, because even though, yes, I would really like them Destined Rivals, you could probably go find a booster bundle instead. So it's gotta have a majority of vote in there. Now, I don't think any of these are bad sets, to be honest. If you look at the top hitters, the Surgeon Sparks Pikachu, Lily's Clefairy, Mewtwo, obviously Lucario, Gardevoir, the Golds, then Charizard and Gold Charizard, it's got a pretty good list to do pretty well in the future anyway. But it is just to make sure that you obviously do realize that it might not go up crazy value. It is still kind of subjected to hype market. And yes, it will probably go up. You look at the Greninja EX, that's a perfect example, to be honest. We've seen this go up, but quite literally, this was in shops for absolutely ages. Like this was one of them ones that it was nice. Like it's a solid kind of collection box, but it's not necessarily everybody's cup of tea, and it took ages for it to actually go. I don't know if I've got photos of what's actually even in it, to be honest, but it isn't necessarily anything too crazy. If you look over here, we've got Twilight, Stellar Crown, bit of Paldean Evolved, and Temporal Forces, I think, as well, by the looks of it, and Paradox Rift. So really in the Scarlet and Violet era, they are considered kind of your B tier sets, really. Like a couple of them are quite nice, but in general, you can kind of see it took a whole year to really get up there, and really we're only there because of the market. So it doesn't mean that every box absolutely flies. It's just kind of an interesting one to see. Forgot about the Greninja one. That was quite literally in game all the time. And then we do have the one previously, which is going to be the Team Rockets Moltres. That one did look absolutely brilliant. Again, we are obviously seeing more and more of that at times, but at the moment it is just an interesting one to see where it can kind of really fall off to. It's very much like the Charizard. It was way overhyped to start with and is now slowly coming down. And if you can pick one up, I mean, it's going to be a great collection piece if you've got kind of a shelf for it. I don't think any of the UPCs are bad for a one-time purchase. Like you look at kind of like your Arceus, again, V-Star Ultra Premium hasn't really gone too crazy. It's still gone up, obviously, that's absolutely fine. I'm not saying that these won't, but you kind of look at your Terrapagos as well. It's just to be educated that not everything goes up to the point of what you want. You look at kind of this was way under the MSRP, and then it slowly has come in. So you'd have probably had to have held it. Well, the lowest is 77. If you've gone from 77, which I'm assuming is back in November, you'd have gone probably in terms of market, probably to somewhere in June, July, before you've broke even on the MSRP. And even then, we look at now 170. Really, you've gained 10, 20 pounds if you've bought it for the MSRP, that is. So naturally, if you've bought it at 77, you're still doing pretty well. But you know what I mean? If you're buying it kind of MSRP price, you'd have had to have waited this long to maybe not get there. And even then, the product itself isn't necessarily terrible, it's just kind of one of them. So it is an interesting one to kind of go on board with. But that being said, the Mega Charizard is always going to be a fan favorite. I don't think you could go wrong with this. Holding one, selling one, what have you. I would absolutely adore to open this. I think it's going to be a phenomenal box to kind of have a look at and really kind of get your teeth into. But it's one of them things that you kind of just have to think, if you don't get an MSRP, I possibly wouldn't open it as such. Like if I was buying it for 184, I don't know if I could justify opening it with the packs that it's got, how much of each set I've collected. I think I would like it as kind of like a normal piece. I just personally want the playmat, and I think I'm probably the first person to say, I need a new playmat. I've got the 1511, and I've just got a plain black one here. I need something new, so that would always be interesting. And obviously, you've got the promo card, which is always good to see as well, and I think that's another place to have a look when it comes to what you want to look within it. If you're obviously just looking at a specific, you kind of look at the actual Pokemon itself. We've got the promo card here, I believe, which is market price of 69 at the moment, lowest at 50. That is going to tank all the way down for the moment. It is not going to be a $50 card for very long. It will definitely keep dropping, so it's always worth keeping an eye out on that one, because we know Charizard in itself is doing pretty well, and the fact that promos tend to rebound over time. We normally see kind of like a few months later that they might start to get a bit of hype. Whether we see that with the drop period, I would definitely be looking for the absolute lowest as possible with this. I'd probably be looking, I'd say in at least the £30, I reckon 30, 40, I think you could possibly get out of this, just because it is a box that is going to go up, so naturally the card will go up with that as well, otherwise the box won't seem as worth it. You've kind of got to work out what individually this could be priced at. If you've got, what, 16 packs it is or something like that, if you've got them and you divide that by like 4 or 5 between the packs, what's then left over for the card? Just kind of have a rough estimate, but I do think 30 I'd probably say for this, as it being a Charizard in a hype market. I'd probably say that would be pretty respectable for him. But let me know down below if you've managed to get one. I don't know if there is ever going to be a second wave on it. Naturally, we'll cover the news as much as we can to see any restocks, and I might even follow some people to see if there is any kind of restock printing coming. I saw something about surging sparks at Costco or somewhere like that. I don't know if that's just exclusively America, but that could be interesting. Again, we're not necessarily full, we're not finished with a lot of the reprints and kind of printing process with a lot of these sets. They're still baby sets in really the grand scheme of it. It takes, what, 2 to 3 years. Half of them are not even a year old yet, so we have got a lot of time to go with it. Hopefully we do start seeing more stable parts of the market, and just stable parts of being able to buy product. That would be the nicest point, not having to wake up at 6-7 a.m. to go and stand in a line for 2 hours. That would be the nice point, just being able to walk in and buy one, but unfortunately that won't be for a while. But let me know if you've managed to get your hands on this. Have you got anything good from it? Leave it down below and make sure you subscribe. Peace.